In the 1960s, scientists were debating a major question. Do non-human animals have a sense of self? At the time, many researchers believed self-awareness was uniquely human. There was very little experimental evidence either way, mostly speculation. The mirror self-recognition test was first developed in 1970. Researchers placed a small, visible mark on an animal in a spot they couldn't see without a mirror. If the animal used the mirror to investigate or touch the mark on their own body, that was considered evidence of self-awareness. The mirror self-recognition test is believed to measure a specific cognitive ability, self-referential awareness, the understanding that this body is mine. 6 species are widely reported to have passed the test reliably: chimpanzees, bonobos, orangutans, bottlenose dolphins, Asian elephants, and Eurasian magpies. Out of millions of animal species on Earth, that's extraordinarily rare. Most animals don't pass the test because when they see their reflection, they assume it's another animal. To pass the test, an animal must process several abilities at once. First, it must understand reflection mapping, that the movements in the mirror correspond to its own movements in real time. Second, it must form a mental representation of its own body. This involves brain regions associated with spatial awareness and body mapping. In humans, areas like the parietal cortex help us maintain this internal body model. Third, the animal must demonstrate inhibitory control. When seeing a reflection, the instinctive response might be social aggression, play, or fear. Passing the mirror test requires suppressing that impulse and instead investigating the mark on its own body. Failing the mirror test doesn't necessarily mean an animal lacks intelligence or awareness. Dogs, for example, generally fail visual mirror tests, but they rely heavily on smell. Some researchers argue that if given a scent-based version of the test, dogs might perform differently. So what kind of brain supports this? Species that consistently pass the mirror test all share certain neurological features: large brain-to-body ratios, highly developed social structures, advanced problem-solving abilities, long lifespans, and extended juvenile periods. These traits are often linked to complex cognition. From a developmental perspective, human children usually begin passing the mirror test around 18 to 24 months old. That stage coincides with emerging self-concept and early empathy. Interestingly, some birds, like the Eurasian magpie, have passed mirror tests despite lacking a mammalian cortex. Instead, birds possess a different brain structure called the pallium, which performs similar high-level processing functions. This suggests that self-recognition may not require a human-like brain, just sufficient neural complexity. Passing the mirror test does not automatically mean full self-awareness as humans experience. It suggests visual self-recognition, which may or may not correlate with deeper consciousness, which tells us the mirror test measures a very specific cognitive ability, not overall intelligence.